The 52nd session of the UN Human Rights Council kicked off in Geneva on Monday, and North Korea will inevitably be on the agenda. For more, we're joined by Ms. Shin-hwa. She's the South Korean ambassador for North Korean human rights. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. First off, UN Human Rights Resolution has been adopted for 18 years in a row, and if adopted this year, it'll be the 19th time in a row. Why do you think it continues to be recognized and adopted?
Yes, as you said, it will be the 19th time without break to adopt the UN Human Rights Council on North Korean human rights. I think the fact that it is continuously discussed and adopted this issue and adopted by the UN Human Rights Council is a very clear evidence or proof of how serious the North Korean issue is and how serious the international community is considered about this problem. Despite concerns that United States and China's conflict and also like a confrontation between US and Russia because of the Ukraine crisis are intensifying over the past years. There have been a big concern in the United Nations, the boards on many issues, even such as climate change, are divided by many member states. But the North Korean human rights issue, both at the New York General Assembly meeting and the UN Human Rights Council's meeting in Geneva, which will take place the late March. From today to the April. I think that most probably they will again adopt this problem by consensus. So I think that indicates this North Korean human rights issue has more or less having an international consensus. However, I think we still have to concern about how we can internationalize or more publicize this issue, I would say global wide. The reason is because this problem, together with the other North Korean problem issue, including nuclear problem, have been there for decades. So I think there are some kind of fatigue phenomena there as well. So how we can overcome this kind of problems so that we can make sure how we cannot make this issue being sidelined no matter what kind of political or international issues are coming up. So I think that's kind of our task, including myself as an ambassador of International Cooperation on North Korean Human Rights.
Sure, it does need more calling and recognition on the international level. That's why it continues to be adopted for 18 years in a row now. And what content in terms of human rights issues do you think should be included in this year's resolution? I mean, any particular agenda?
Okay. Before I say that, I have to briefly tell you what we mean by North Korean human rights problems. So in my opinion, at least there are three important components. Number one, North Korean people's human rights problems within North Korea, which has been largely, abused by the North Kim Jong-un regime. And number two is defectors in outside North Korea, including China, and also overseas laborers who have to make money and to just send them to the North Korea, their home country. Then third is our own people. What I mean is those POW and also post-war abductees, as well as pre-war abductees and the detainees. So I think at this time as well, the issues of human rights violation of North Korea is just something they always talk about, like arbitrary torture, public execution, political prisoners camp, and like a freedom and social right issue, which is turned out to be the UN basic right for the people. That those things have always been discussed, and I think that will be again emphasized. But in addition to this, I hope that condemnation of the atrocity committed by North Korean regime, such as the issue of post-war abductees and detainees and the prisoner of wars, as I mentioned, will be openly discussed. That's my hope. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I had a public discussion with these family members, with Jung Park, who is a deputy representative of the U.S. deputy representative of the North Korean issue. So I think it was a very meaningful time for us and for the United States, because they had only held a public meeting for Japanese abductees in the past, but they officially agree with me to make this meeting public, to meet with our abductees' family. So, as she mentioned as well, there was not the only one-time event, but that will be the beginning of the meetings to come, so that we can internationally publicize why this kind of issue have to be dealt seriously. So I think they will discuss about it at the UN and international level as well. So I hope in this resolution, this important issue should be included, and then at least some of them who've been there for a long while, and as well as those family members who are staying in our country, suffer a great deal. So hopefully we can just address that problem, at least to some extent. So for that, I hope this time's UN resolution will include this important issue as well.
Mm-hmm. It's no doubt that the resolution will be adopted again this year, but we'll have to see what changes or details will be newly added. All right. Thank you, Ambassador, for your time this morning and also for your service.
Thank you very much.